I remember the woman who was scanning her saw something, and I knew what it looked like, and I think I almost passed out at that time. I was just kind of in shock. What about you?
I think the room got really small when they told us there were two. When I was about 26 weeks along, we went for just a routine sonogram. They were scanning everything, and we were just laughing and being silly. We were really excited. We already knew we were having two girls, and everything was going really smoothly. And I remember Brian said, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to work now. And I remember the sonographer said, don't leave.
When we gave birth, when Kelsi came out, she looked different. She didn't have any sounds, and she was a little off color. Carly was ready to go. But I still had a lot of hope. I mean, I knew that we were delivering early. I knew that we were gonna be in the NICU for a little while. We definitely were not prepared for what was about to happen.
Like many of our Community PedsCare families, Brian and Leslie not only had the emotional stress of caring for a child with a complex medical condition, but they also experienced financial burdens and the challenge of balancing the needs of their other children with Kelsi's medical care.
It was very surreal because you're trying to make decisions that aren't going to have good outcomes. And at that point, we did decide to keep Kelsi at the hospital because we had two other children at home, and we did not want to disrupt what was normal for them at that time. But by doing that, we had some very big challenges because I had two kids at home, he was working, and I had a child in the hospital. So we now were outnumbered, and that's when we could use all the help we could get at that point.
The Youngs were fortunate enough to have a strong support system of family and friends throughout their journey, but not all of our Community PedsCare families are as fortunate.
When Kelsi passed away, my heart was broken, and I didn't think I could make it. But I knew that wasn't an option. I have a wonderful husband, wonderful children, wonderful grandchildren. Community PedsCare came to me and said, you know, we offer grief counseling, and we want you to try it. And I thought, I'll try it once. Well, I ended up 1 year, once a week, using their grief counseling, and it was wonderful. And it really did get me through that first year. So I ended up being in the building on Sunbeam quite a lot and still seeing the same people that I had gotten to know very well through the whole ordeal with Kelsi. We started talking quite a bit about Kelsi and maybe something we could do, not only to remember Kelsi, but to help other people who were in the same situation as Brian and Leslie and their family.
Respite care was actually a new word to me. You know, I think what happens naturally as parents, you drop everything that you have going on in your life for your children at any point in time. It's a natural thing to do, and it does so. We do that with a lot of consequences. As important as respite is, it's a vital part of our systems. We need it, but it's not provided. There's no insurance for it. So if you do decide, almost selfishly, to leave your child and go do other things, it means leaving your child alone. So the gift of giving respite is being able to go do something else while someone else steps in who's kind and able to do that.
I've heard many, many, many good stories about her because everyone always has different stories in their families, and we have this story about Kelsi.
The way we got through this and the way we're able to carry on my little girl's name through this this fund is mostly due to my family and our friends and our support that we have. They're the reasons why we're able to be strong during these times, and every year this comes up, and while we're able to carry out this really important cause. It's unbelievable to still think that that Kelsi's not here. You know, her name and her spirit is going to live on forever because of this, so that the gift of giving can continue. And that makes me feel good that her purpose is here, it's known, and Leslie and I talk about it a lot, that our hope is one day that our 3 children, Carly, Jake, and Caden, will get involved with this and be able to carry this on for us. And Kelsi's name, our spirit will go on forever.